everyone, welcome to my kitchen. Today it's kind of a different video. I'm doing a little bit, finishing my decorating, and I thought I want to make some peppermint bark. So I thought, why not bring you along? So welcome. Let's make some peppermint bark and have a chat. I personally like white chocolate peppermint bark. And I'm also going to make my own peppermint simple syrup slash kind of an extract. I thought, why not? Because I have the peppermint candy. I'm gonna use the peppermint in so many of my cocktails this Christmas. So I'm gonna go ahead and make some. I'm just gonna store it in a jar and use it for however long it'll last. So all I'm gonna do right now is I'm using a mixture of like the little round candies and actual candy canes. So just opening these, putting them in a plastic bag, and then I'm gonna take out some aggression and use my meat tenderizer there. So break up the candy canes, a little bit, put those in there. I love peppermint, but it's one of those things, I only like it this time of year. Like in my coffee, I'll drink peppermint mocha, but only around Christmas time. It's the strangest thing. Ooh, okay. You're gonna make a little bit of a mess, but that's what Christmas is all about, right? Well, see, I just have it in a little baggie. I'm gonna close it up. Make sure it's closed really nice make sure it's nice and tight, because if you don't, you're gonna have candy cane everywhere, and it is sticky because it says essentially it's just sugar. So now, one thing I have noticed is when I do this, it actually like punctures the bag. So you need to be really careful because you're still gonna get some candy cane everywhere and it's gonna be sticky. So let's take out some aggression. Oops. See, it kind of punctures the bag. Now, it's up to you of what size you want. Sometimes if I'm making peppermint bark, I do like to have chunks of it because when I bite into that, I wanna taste that peppermint. But what I'm gonna do, I have a cup of water in my pan. What I'm gonna do is take probably, I don't know, maybe a tablespoon of this mixture, and I'm gonna put it on the stove. I'm gonna let the candy canes melt into the water, and it'll be a candy cane simple syrup, or peppermint simple syrup. Now I'm just gonna let that cook down. I'm not gonna put it up too high because you don't wanna do that. Now I'm gonna set the rest of it aside. See, now you have a big candy cane mess. Okay, like I said, I love white chocolate, and I feel like, I don't know, the white chocolate to me just goes really, really, really well with the peppermint. I'm gonna put some in the freezer and I'll snack on it. It's Christmas. Christmas calories don't count, right? Okay, now I'm just gonna put this in the microwave and let it cook as is. I'll check it every couple of minutes just to make sure that it doesn't burn. I'm gonna do it for 2 minutes first time around. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put them in this little silicone, and it's gonna come out to be so cute. So, is there anything that you like? Is there something that you make that is kind of your own thing? Is there any like special things that you like to make that, your mom or your grandmother made and now you make it for your kids? There's really nothing in my house. My mom really isn't a baker. And so there's really nothing that, like a recipe or anything that she passed down to me. And my grandmother passed away when I was 1.5 years old, so I didn't really learn anything from her. So some of the things that I make, I tend to create myself, and then it kind of then becomes a tradition with my family. So that's what I try to do. Okay, I'm gonna check on my candy canes. I definitely feel that Christmas is probably the biggest holiday in our family. I mean, Thanksgiving is kind of, it's a hit or miss because, a lot of my family doesn't really get together for Thanksgiving, and we never really have. I mean, to me, it's all about eating, and then you watch football, and that's about it. And, you know, it's really, didn't really become a big thing in our household. I'm gonna stir this around and get a spatula. Okay. Oh yeah. So we're gonna see, and it's white, and it's kind of just, you know, it's kind of, it looks like Christmas. There we go. Melting nicely. It almost looks like marshmallows. Now marshmallows is one of those things I absolutely do not care for. Now if you decide that you want to make that your own like peppermint simple syrup, you have to make sure and keep stirring it and put it on low, because if not, it's gonna stick to the bottom and it becomes a huge mess. Oh, wow, look how pretty that is. See how silky and glossy that white is? Okay, that is pretty melted, so we're good on that. Just love that. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my peppermint crush. Put that in there. This gives a whole new meaning to Candy Crush, huh? Never played that game. As a matter of fact, I wouldn't even know how to play it if I tried. Oh, it's so pretty. So pretty. Actually, I'm gonna put the rest of it in there. I really want that. Just like I said, when you bite into it, I want to taste the peppermint. I want to be able to chew on peppermint candy. Whew, there we go. Beautiful. I actually tried doing this on doing a double boiler, and that didn't turn out too well. Actually, I kind of made the chocolate kind of almost rubbery, so I just didn't like that. We have the candy cane has melted into the water, and it gave it this really pretty flavor. I'm gonna do stir it around a little bit. Now there's still a little bit of pieces in there, so I'm gonna get those all done up. You can just smell that peppermint. That intensity is just wonderful. Now I actually thought about putting some peppermint schnapps in here, but it's like, well, if I have my son come over or something like that, I don't want him eating it with peppermint schnapps, so I'll just leave it as is. Now, what I'm gonna do is pour it in here and let it cool. And I'm actually gonna put some of this flavoring into my peppermint bark. All right, see how pretty that is? Makes it just a really pretty pink. See, it's just the holidays. Holidays are everywhere. See, now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take that and put them in here. I love using these things for, I like using them for ice cubes. Well, obviously because I make cocktails. So, I mean, but you can bake with these. You can make energy balls. You can make anything. Look what I did. I did this the other day when I made some peppermint bark. I put it in here and look, it's snowflakes. See? And then you turn it and look, you can see the chunks of peppermint in there. That's what I'm talking about. And then what I do with these, I put them in the drinks. White chocolate, you can't beat that. All right. Crunch of peppermint. That is what I want. So now I'm gonna pop these out. You see, that's another thing too. Like my husband and I, after dinner, we'll have one of those and then we're good. And don't need any more. That's really good. I'm gonna go ahead and put some of this in here. And I wouldn't do it, but the chocolate's hot anyway. So that's not gonna mess it up because the chocolate's already warm. So I'm gonna take some of this and pour it in here just for a little bit more of that peppermint flavor without actually adding the candy. That way you're not chewing on a ton of candy, but you still have peppermint candy. Now I'm going to take this and I'm going to put it into my silicone mold. We're already into December and I still have not finished decorating for Christmas. I feel like it's a never-ending thing. My poor husband, every time he turns around, I have him doing something else. But, I mean, if you're going to do it right. Because, I mean, Christmas is once a year, and it's just such a beautiful, time of year. And I don't know, but I feel like we spend more time decorating and less time actually enjoying the season. But I mean, this year we actually started early. I think we ordered our tree 3 weeks before Thanksgiving. But I also know that our mail service and delivery service gets really, really bad around the holidays. So I'm like, I need to order stuff earlier because I don't want to wait until the last minute to get stuff. Because I know a lot of people do that just because that's what they do. And, a lot of people do it. So I try to get mine done early. That way I kind of can weed out and waiting. But there are some things that you have to wait for. Like, well, I don't know if they'd like that. And anyway, it's crazy. And then something else I noticed too. And this was actually, we moved in August, at the end of August. And it took the longest time for us to get furniture. And I don't know what that was all about. I mean, we ordered furniture, 2 weeks before we moved in. Because we knew when we were going to be moving in. We knew what we wanted. And we were here for a month. And, we're like, well, where in the world is all of our furniture? It took so long. Has anybody else had problems like that? See, I just put them in the mold, close them, and I'm going to put them in the freezer. And this is what they're going to turn out to look like. And they can be snacks. They can be used for ice cubes. That's what I use them for primarily. I also use them for snack. It's really good. I mean, obviously you could do this with chocolate. I mean, you can make peppermint bark however you want. It is one of the easiest things to make. And that's so tasty. See, I mean, I feel like I'm still decorating. Like I'm still getting things ready and I'm still putting things together. That's crazy because, we moved into a much smaller, look at this. This is my mess, my creation, my creative mess. And we came from a big house into a small one. So it's been kind of an adjustment for me to be able to decorate for that. I mean, I've had to buy some new things and then, I've been able to use a lot of old things that I've had for many years. But anyway, so I'm going to do a video about that. I'm going to do kind of a home tour, a decorating in a small space because that's something that I'm not used to doing. And I've never had to, I've always had a yard. I've always had a yard to decorate. So to decorate the front of a townhouse was kind of unusual, but it looks really good. So I'm definitely going to show y'all that. I'm going to make some more cocktails, of course. I'll be using a lot more peppermint. A lot of peppermint this season. I will say that. I don't think I've ever made so many peppermint drinks until now, but it's just, 'tis the season. I'm also going to do a gift giving, gift ideas for the perfect host or hostess. I'm going to do a video like that. And then I think I'll probably end up doing an updated skincare, but I have to order all my stuff that I'm going to get. And then I'm going to do a comparative assessment of what I look like now and probably do 30 days and see if there's actually a visible improvement. So I'm going to do a video like that. I don't know, I think that's all I have because, I mean, like I said, we're already in December. I mean, this is like the actual first full week of December and I'm just getting finished decorating. And I still have quite a few videos to make for cocktails. So if there's any kind of cocktail you want to see, or if there's a cocktail of mine that maybe you've tried and you want me to do something different with it, let me know. Let me know in the comments below what you want to see. I'm here to make cocktails. So you tell me what it is that you want to see and I will make it. So thank you for joining me today in my kitchen and making some homemade peppermint bark. Like I said, it's very simple and very inexpensive because candy canes are $1 and you can buy some white chocolate for $3 and you can have snacks galore for days. So try it with dark chocolate if you want. I just feel like the white chocolate and the peppermint just go better together. And I can also use them in my cocktails, which helps out tremendously. So that's about it for me today. If you like this video, smash the like button, subscribe to my channel, and let me know what else you'd like to see from me on this channel. Merry Christmas, happy holidays. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.